Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Vlogmas episode. Today I'm going to be letting this advent calendar pick my winter TBR. So basically throughout the rest of this month I'm going to be posting lots of reading vlogs, and in those reading vlogs these are the books that I'm gonna try my best to pick up. This is going to be a really busy month with Christmas and Vlogmas and just everything that's going on, so I'm only going to pick 6 books from the advent calendar. That way I don't feel super stuck and forced to read a bunch of books when I don't have the time for it, just to make it a little bit more realistic for myself. So let's go ahead and get started. The way that I'm gonna do it is have a random number generator, pick a number, and then I'll find that number, open up the slot, and in all of these I have book prompts that I can pick from. I also filled out all these slots like a couple weeks ago, so I don't even remember what's on them, and then when I did fill them out, I filled them out with prompts that were in my TBR jar from January, so I really do not know what's in here. I'm really excited to see though. I'm gonna really try to aim towards wintry, fantasy, colder weather kind of books. So enough talking, let's just pick our 6 books. I'm so excited. We're gonna go ahead and generate our first number. I am so excited. I will of course let you guys see first. Okay, 16 is our first number. 16 says book over 400 pages. Oh my god. Okay, well let me find all my books that are over 400 pages that I'd want to read this winter. I was hoping for some quick easy reads, not over 400 pages. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. Let's see what we have. Okay, I found 2 books that are over 400 pages that I have been really wanting to read. First, we have the Mind F series. If you don't know what this is by now, I feel like I'm the only person in this world who hasn't read this book, and I want to read it so bad. Technically, it's 6 books in one, so it's a very, very thick book. It is 627 pages, and essentially, I think we're following Lana Myers. That's how popular this book is. I know the main character's name. I don't even know the main character's names in the books that I have read. But anyways, we're following Lana Myers, who basically had something happen to her in the past, and now in the present, she's offing these people that did this to her, and she's also dating the detective that's on her case. So that's kind of like a basic plot of it. Sounds very intriguing to me, and everybody loves this, and everybody loves Lana Myers. They say she's a baddie, so I really want to read this, and I feel like this is a good wintertime read because I feel like it's like a thriller romance mix, which is literally perfect. And then we have the one, the only Phantasma. You guys know this has been on my TBR for the longest. I was supposed to read it in the fall time, but I definitely did not have time to do so. So now is my opportunity, and honestly, I think this is gonna be our pick because I don't know if there's gonna be another opportunity for this book to get picked, and I really want to read this before the end of 2025. This is just one of those books that I have been dying to read since last year, and I need to pick it up so bad. I need to understand the hype. This book is 497 pages, and if you don't know what Phantasma is about, from what I know, we're following 2 sisters. One of them ends up going into the games of Phantasma, which is basically like deadly, mind-twisting, you don't know what to believe and what not to believe, fight to the death kind of games, and the other one follows her into them to go get her sister. And basically if you win these games, you get a big prize. It's basically like a dark gothic Caraval, and if you guys know, you know that Caraval was my first and favorite fantasy read, so I really am excited to get into Phantasma. So that being said, our first book is going to be Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. I feel like we're off to such a great start. Like Phantasma as our first book, even though it's over 400 pages, I know I'm gonna fly through it. Okay, on to our next 9. This one is 3rd book from the left. This is basically from my TBR, and for my TBR I had books on my shelves and I would go from the left and find my book, but I can't do that, so I'm not gonna cheat. I'm still gonna do this. I'm just gonna find a bookshelf and we're gonna use that bookshelf to do this too. I think I already know which one I'm gonna use. I have my TBR cart right here, so it has 3 tiers. I don't know which one I want to pick from. I don't know. I'm gonna follow my gut feeling. My gut feeling is telling me to go from, you know what, let's play it safe and go from the middle. Just so you know, I'm not cheating. I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, here is the middle tier. I'm not gonna look at what book it is. 3. Okay, my eyes are closed, you guys. I'm not looking. I'm gonna show you guys first. I don't know where the front is, but whatever this book is going to be our second read. It's small, which I'm happy about. I am a little bit nervous that it's going to be like a continuation of a series that I haven't read yet, but if it is, we'll just pick the first book out of whatever it is. So okay, we have The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I'm not mad at this because this is like a wintry kind of book because it's a thriller. I will not lie, I am a little bit nervous about this because I did start reading this book whenever I first first started reading like 3 or 4 years ago, and I never ended up finishing it. I think I got like 30 pages in and never picked it back up. But to be fair, I was a beginner reader, so it was just kind of not interesting to me, which I guess since I'm a more seasoned reader, I might enjoy this. I don't know what this is about. I do know that it's a thriller. Let's see, it says, every day the same. Rachel takes the same commuter train every morning and every night. Every day she rattles down the track, flashes past a stretch of cozy suburban homes, and stops at the signal that allows her to watch the same couple breakfasting on their deck. She's even started to feel as she knows them. Their life, as she sees it, is perfect, not unlike the life she recently lost. And then she sees something shocking. It's only a minute until the train moves on, but it's enough. Now everything's changed. Unable to keep it to herself, Rachel goes to the police, but is she really as unreliable as they say? Soon she is deeply entangled not only in the investigation, but the lives of everyone involved. Has she done more harm than good? Okay, this is like your basic thriller. I'm excited. I think whenever I started reading this though, the first time, what I didn't like is I didn't feel connected to the character, which always happens in thrillers. Like I feel like we don't get to know the character and they're so surface level. So I don't really care what happens to them, and then it doesn't really help me care about the plot either, which is why I like Freida McFadden. Like she takes time to give her characters character, if that makes sense. Like they always have personality and whatnot. I love thriller books that give the main character personality. I feel like a lot of thriller books make their main character and all the other characters so bland that I literally do not care. So I hope that as I get deeper into this book, I do start to form a connection with the characters, hopefully. But our second read is Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins, which is honestly perfect because I haven't read a thriller in so long and I've been craving one. So I'm really excited about this one. Let's go ahead and pick our third number, 21. Okay. 21 says animal on cover. Okay, I have so many of those. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna go through, pick all the animal books that I have. A lot of them are fantasy, so I'm excited about that, and we're gonna see what we end up picking. Okay, I found 3 books with animals on the covers that I actually want to read. I definitely thought I'd have more. I don't know why I thought that, but I found 3. First, we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. We have a wolf on the cover. This is such a controversial book only because people either hate it or love it, and I have no idea where I'm gonna be on that spectrum. I love Ali Hazelwood, and I think this is her first like not cutesy romance book where it kind of like dives into fantasy and animals and whatnot. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about Bride, but the people who love it really love it, and the people who hate it really hate it. But I feel like this is such a quick and easy and interesting read. I've had this book for a while now and I've been interested in it, and I want to know if I'm gonna hate it or love it. So first option is Bride. Then we have Heartless Hunter. It has a moth, I'm pretty sure, on the cover. This cover is so beautiful. I got sent this book and I really want to read it, especially in the wintertime. I feel like this is a good wintertime book because it's like fantasy, and it's just everything fantasy is just wintertime. Like it just screams wintertime for me, and I really want to get into this book. So we have Heartless Hunter. And then lastly we have Kiss of the Selkie. This one is an Ariel retelling. I've read the first 2, which was Beauty and the Beast retelling and Cinderella retelling, and now this is the Ariel retelling. I did a reading vlog on the Cinderella retelling and I loved it. I loved the first one as well. So I know I'm gonna love this one too because we got crumbs of her story in the second book. So I'm interested about this one, and it has a seal on the cover because it's Ariel, duh. So yeah, these are my 3 options for animal on the cover. As much as I want to get to these 2, I think what I'm most interested in is Heartless Hunter. So I think our third option is going to be Heartless Hunter, which I'm so excited about. Don't really know what this one's about. I know it's witch hunter, about all I know. So we'll see. I like to go into books blind, so I don't really mind that I have no idea what this is about. But I know people really love it, so I know I'm gonna love it. Okay, we are at the back half of choosing this TBR, so let's hope we get some really good ones to end it off. Next number is 1. Okay, this one says cartoon cover art. Okay, literally all my books are cartoon cover art, so this basically gives me freedom to pick whatever I want, which is so exciting. So let me see what I have. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of those ones that I didn't have to think about it. I literally saw it and I was like, yep, that's it. We're gonna be reading Funny Story by Emily Henry. I know, I haven't read Funny Story yet. I love Emily Henry so much, guys, like so freaking much. I have read almost all of her books, not all of them, but the good ones, basically. I didn't read A Big Great Beautiful Life. A lot of people did not like that one. I saw a video, sorry, I'm kind of going off topic, but I saw a video of somebody doing a reading vlog of that. I think it was Heather McClary, and it was so funny. I don't know if it was on purpose, but she put a great BBL as like the text on the thumbnail, and I literally laughed out loud at that. Like I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was so funny to me. But I do really want to read Funny Story. I think she was the first author that I ever fell in love with and like gave her books 5 stars whenever I first started reading. Her books definitely got me into reading, especially Beach Read. Beach Read has like the most special place in my heart. That's like one of the books that I would genuinely reread. And People We Meet on Vacation is coming out on Netflix soon, which I'm so excited about. Like I honestly should reread that so then I can watch the show and compare the similarities. But anyways, I'm gonna be reading Funny Story. I'm so excited. I don't know if this is so much of a winter book, but I don't know. I don't care. I don't care. I want to read this so bad. Basically, this follows Daphne and is his name Miles? Miles. Yep. See, you see, I haven't even read the book and I know his name. We're following Daphne and Miles, and what I think the plot is about, from what I've heard from other people, is basically they're in a happy relationship with like other people, and then they break up with their partners because their partners, I think they cheated on them with their partners. Does that make sense? So like Daphne is in a relationship and Miles is in a relationship, and Miles and Daphne get cheated on because Miles's girlfriend and Daphne's boyfriend get together. Does that make sense? And then somehow, some way they end up as roommates. I don't really understand how that happened. I have to read the book to figure that out, but they end up moving in together, and I hear that the book covers a lot about like going through a breakup and things like that. Like it's a lot deeper, and all of her books are a lot deeper than just like a contemporary romance, which is why I love her so much. So I'm really excited to get into this one. I love Emily Henry so much, and I know I'm gonna fly through this, and I know I'm gonna love it, and I'm expecting to give it 5 stars. The only thing holding me back from reading this book for so long was because they didn't have it in paperback, but I did get sent the paperback, and I'm so excited to read this one. So this is our 4th book in the winter TBR. Let's go ahead and pick our 5th number, 9. Wait, did we already get 9? Because it's empty. Or did I not fill it out? I think we already got 9. Because 9 feels a little bit familiar and it's empty. So let's pick another number. 17. Oh my gosh, that's like a paragraph. Okay, this one says, book from last month's TBR that you didn't read. I didn't have a TBR last month, but I did have books on my radar. So I'm gonna go pick out those books that were on my radar last month that I didn't get to, and then we'll pick from that. Okay, I have 2 books that were on my radar last month that I didn't end up getting to, or I started them and didn't finish them. And those 2 books are, one, The Hating Game by Sally Rooney. I picked this one up, and this is my first tab from I think like 3 years ago when I started this book, and then I picked it up again for a reading vlog recently and then never continued it. I didn't even think I got that far. I probably got like about this far. So The Hating Game is on there. It's just like I keep softy and effing it, and I need to just let it go, but I just can't. Like I just want to finish it so bad, especially because I've seen the movie. So like I want to be able to compare the book and the movie just for pride reasons, not even because I really like the movie or the book. I just really want to finish it, and this book has gotten the best of me so many times. I've had this on my continue reading for 4 years now, and I want it to be done and I want it to be read. So we have The Hating Game by Sally Rooney. I mean Thorne. Who is Sally Rooney? Sally Rooney is another author. Sally Thorne, sorry. And then we have Blood of Hercules. This one has been on my TBR since my mom has been telling me to read it, which has been a little while now. This is my mom's favorite book. She loves this book so much, and I really want to understand what it is she loves so much about it, because she doesn't really read fantasy, and this is a fantasy book. So I want to know what's the hype. Will I like it as much as she will like it? I don't know, and I want to know. So I think this is going to be my pick. As much as I would love to read The Hating Game / don't really want to read it, I think I'm gonna go with Blood of Hercules, which I don't know what this is about. I know it's, I don't know if it's a Hercules retelling, but I do know that it's like an urban fantasy, which I've never read before, so I'm interested to see if I'm gonna like it or hate it. People either love or hate urban fantasies, and I feel like I'm gonna be on the hate side, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know how I feel about smartphones being in books and like real life stuff being in books, because I've read like contemporary romance books where they pull stuff from like Instagram or TikTok trends, and I'm like, you're supposed to be my magical fantasy escape world. I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about that. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that, but who knows, it might surprise me. But one of the things I love about this book is the art that's inside. Like, how gorgeous is that? The beauty of this woman makes me want to read this book so bad. Like, she is so gorgeous, and I love having an idea of what the characters look like, especially if I like the way they look. So that being said, we are going to read Blood of Hercules. I'm really excited. I hope I love this book as much as my mom loves it, because she really genuinely loves this book so much, and I want to understand why. So Blood of Hercules is on our December TBR, or winter TBR, I guess. Okay, it is time to pick our last book, and I'm really hoping I get something Christmas themed, because I have a Christmas book that I want to read. So I'm gonna somehow find a way to warp and fit whatever prompt we get into the Christmas book, because I want to read the Christmas book so bad. All right, our next number is 7. Did we get 7 already? Oh no, we didn't. 7 says new author. I don't think I've read this. Wait, I might be able to do my Christmas book. Hold on. I don't think I've ever read a Lucy Score book. She's been on my TBR, not my physical TBR, but my mental TBR for a while, but I don't think I've ever read a Lucy Score book. So we're able to pick a our Christmas book. Thank goodness. I was really hoping I'd be able to force my way into getting this book on the TBR somehow, some way. But I recently bought this Christmas book from Half Price Books. It's called The Christmas Fix. I'm so excited because I really want a holiday read for my winter TBR. So we are going to be reading The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. Don't really know what this one's about. I think from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure it's small town single dad romance, and he's like the shy, quiet, grumpy one, and then our FMC is like the sunshine character. I think she like has her own reality TV show. Yeah, she has her own reality TV show, and she comes into this small town and decides to film her reality TV show there, and she has to like ask him if she can do that. I don't really know, something like that, which kind of reminds me of Hook, Line, and Sinker. Is that the one, or is it the other one? Yeah, it reminds me of Hook, Line, and Sinker from the It Happened One Summer series. That's like what the second book is basically about. So I'm really excited about this one. I really wanted a Christmas holiday read, not even because I'm gonna rate it 5 stars, but just to get into the vibes, because I'm so excited for Christmas and I want to read a cute little Christmas book. So those are our 6 books on our winter TBR. And when I say winter TBR, I don't necessarily mean just in December, but just around winter time. So from now into probably February, this is gonna be my TBR. I wanted to keep it small so I can still read other books, but I want to be able to finish my winter TBR and feel good about it, so I kept it small. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into any of these books. Let me know if you have read any of these and what you thought about them, unless you hated them. Don't tell me that, because then I won't read it. But let me know any reading vlogs you want to see from me next. I have a few in the works that I'm excited about, and I can't wait to implement these books. I will see you guys tomorrow, actually, for our next Vlogmas episode. And until then, bye! I love you guys so much.